Did you ever look back at your life and wonder if you missed your calling? Not in some profound world changing way, like I was never going to be a brain surgeon or a billionaire tech mogul, but I do think I could have been a world class accordion player. If only someone had stopped me as a child and said, "Hey, kid, you've got the fingers of an accordion prodigy." Tragic oversight. As we age, the what ifs of life multiply because we've made more choices and experienced the results. Actions have consequences, and it's easy to second guess our judgment when expectations don't match the reality of life as it unfolds before us. So the regrets we collect as we age are like souvenirs we never bought, reminders of missed opportunities or choices gone awry. Like the time I thought that signing up for a beginner's yoga class would be relaxing, only to spend the next week walking like a very stiff flamingo. Or the time I decided I was going to learn to juggle and discovered my real talent was dropping things in rapid succession. And let's not forget my attempt to make my Aunt Maria's recipe for pasta e fagioli in a crock pot. I guess you could say my creation was technically soup, but in reality, it tasted like bitter disappointment. But here's the kicker: life isn't about avoiding mistakes, it's about making them, learning from them, and then telling those stories at parties and family get togethers. Because let's be real, no one wants to hear about your perfect life. They want to hear about the time you stepped up to bat at the company picnic, swung so hard at a softball you nearly spun yourself into a new time zone, only to realize that the rear end of your shorts split under the stress of the corkscrew effect. Or when you tried to flambe a dessert and ended up with eyebrows so singed they looked permanently surprised, like Salvador Dali. Those are the stories that make life interesting. Regrets are like bad haircuts. At first, you stare in the mirror with horror, wondering if you'll need to enter witness protection. But give it time, and now it's comedy gold. Years later, you'll be the one at the party saying, "Hey, remember when I asked that hairstylist for just a trim and ended up looking like a cross between a deranged poodle and a chia pet?" See, time and a sense of humor heal all things.
They say things are best in moderation. Don't let anything cause you frustration. Everyone should be looking for a way to find peace. The petty back and forth needs to cease. 'Cause life is short, you could be gone in a flash. Whether you're a poor man or flush with cash, everyone is the same in the eyes of the judge. Don't wanna face him if you're holding a grudge. You need to let it go, let it melt away. Like a snake sheds its skin, just let it lay. Now the road through life is gonna take you somewhere. Hope you have a good ride and you learn to dare. Dare to be a man that knows how to laugh, knows how to cry, and let go of what's past. May you be free, free from all suffering. May you be grateful, find some peace within. Well, life is short, you could be gone in a flash. Whether you're a poor man or flush with cash, everyone is the same in the eyes of the judge. Don't wanna face him if you're holding a grudge. Don't hold a grudge. Don't hold a grudge.
Siri, do you think I have too many regrets?
Oh no, Richard. I'm sure it's perfectly normal to wake up at 3 a.m. and relive that time you texted your boss, "I love you," instead of "have a great weekend."
That was decades ago.
And yet, here we are, still thinking about it. Do you want me to create a PowerPoint presentation of life's silly moments?
Okay. But maybe I regret bigger things, like not traveling more.
Yes, because nothing screams carefree world traveler like the guy who once returned a new toaster because it was too complicated.
That was different. Those buttons were confusing.
Richard, it's a toaster, not an IKEA bookshelf.
Fine. What about past relationships? Maybe I regret some of those.
Oh, nostalgia. The memory app that deletes the red flags and keeps the bad poetry.
Not all my relationships were terrible.
True, some were just learning experiences, like ordering seafood from a food court at the mall.
So maybe I should focus on self improvement instead of regrets.
Excellent idea. Step 1. Stop asking your Bluetooth speaker for life advice. Step 2. I don't know. Yoga?
Yoga?
Yes, you know, stretching out your regrets in downward facing denial.
You're brutal.
But still more supportive than your last session with the chiropractor.
Okay, fine. Any final words of wisdom, Siri?
Regret is just your brain's way of saying, hey, remember that dumb thing you did? Let's think about it forever.
So, no helpful advice.
Oh, absolutely. Just let it all go and live in the moment. Of course, if you could do that, we wouldn't be having this conversation, would we?
Bitch.
Language, Richard. That's probably why your toaster left you.
The funny thing about regret is that eventually you either let it go or it buries you under a pile of what ifs. At a certain point, you have to forgive yourself, not just for what you didn't do, but for what you did do that didn't turn out quite right. And let's be real, some regrets age better than others. Skipping that investment in Bitcoin? Okay, maybe that one stings. Maybe. But refusing to wear that silly heart shaped Valentine's Day shirt because you thought it would make you look ridiculous? Probably not worth the emotional baggage. Regret can make even the smallest decisions feel like Shakespearean tragedies. So remember the words attributed to Mark Twain. Good judgment comes from experience, and a lot of that comes from bad judgment. The truth is, most of the things we regret aren't the big dramatic crossroads moments. It's the little things. The times we held back a joke, hesitated on a dance floor, or let a perfectly good slice of cake go uneaten. But maybe that's the real trick of life. Realizing that even the wrong turns got us here. And here, well, here still has cake.